Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. On first down, Trubisky. And right away, he lost the football. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. On second down, they'll run with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, first and 10. First down, here's Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Third and long for Cousins. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The drive starts with a run by White. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
On second down, it's White. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, a run from White. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down now, it's Cook, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
All right, now here we go. Check 15.
Cousins now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalton Schultz, 50 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guys who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start to drive with White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
Now White, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Big stop, G.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
From the 38, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 38 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's got White here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So he splits the uprights, and it has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Cousins gives way to Cook. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down, it's White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They run the draw play. This is White. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Trubisky, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will shrink to 6. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Easy.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. To the air again, it's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will do it for this. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ground, it's Cook. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 39, Cousins, complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. On the carry, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They defer to White out of the shotgun, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. On 1st down, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go with White on the counter, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming.
Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, no, he lost the football. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. That's complete to White. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. He finds his man Johnson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go. Check. Watch 54.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Nash. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Penny, a first down carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll run it again with Penny. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Cousins. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now Trubisky and the Bears down by 9. A minute 56 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. First and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on second and 10. Nash, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Come on, set. 30 base. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Nash. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. To throw again, Nash. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Let's go.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here." And do something some other time, but some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Check 3. Check. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On first and 10, Nash. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Nash. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On 4th down, Nash. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota,